It's cold and wintry and snowy outside. I'm just gonna snuggle up with my seed catalogs. In cold, dark December, the best antidote for holiday anxiety and the winter blues is to thumb through some seed catalogs and dream of next year's garden. The beautiful pictures and glowing descriptions will make you want to order everything, but that won't work. Here are a few tips to making good choices about exactly what to grow by looking a little deeper into the information a good seed catalog can provide. Most companies offer both print and online versions of their catalogs. I recommend getting the print versions to read and make choices, then switch to the online versions to make the actual order. You will find that there are far more choices ordering seeds from catalogs than there are shopping locally for packets at retail stores. A good seed catalog will offer at least several options in each kind of crop. It will have pictures and descriptions of each variety so you can make a good comparison. It will describe growing information, maturity time, disease resistance, and any other distinguishing qualities. The best catalogs are those that are aimed at serious gardeners and small farmers and have been around long enough to establish a reputation for quality, high vigor seeds, and good service. Some examples of reputable companies with good catalogs are Johnny's, Territorial, Baker Creek, High Mowing, Seed Savers Exchange, Siskiyou Seeds, and Restoration Seeds. There are many others. One of the first decisions you need to make is whether to use only organic seed. Some companies specialize in selling only organic seed. Others offer a mix of organic and non-organic varieties. While there are many good reasons to stick with organic seed, an additional factor to consider is availability. Sometimes the variety that is best for your situation is not offered as organic. Supply issues can further reduce options, with popular varieties selling out early. It's up to you to decide how much compromise you're willing to make. My advice is to put more emphasis on getting the best variety than on whether it is organic. While I always try to support organic farming when possible, there are times when getting a specific non-organic variety will help assure your gardening success. Get the best you can and go with it. In the end, how you grow the plants will matter much more than how the seed was grown. The next thing to consider is whether you want to use open-pollinated, heirloom, or hybrid seeds, or some combination of these. Heirlooms are open-pollinated seeds that have been cultivated for a very long time, often with superior taste, unusual attributes, or coloration. Open-pollinated and heirloom seeds are produced using natural pollination techniques, which allow for a certain amount of genetic diversity. They have the advantage of allowing you to save your own seeds for future use. Over time, you can select for qualities that best match your garden. Open-pollinated seeds can have a disadvantage of less uniformity. While some aspects like maturity time or size are okay to have wide variation, having inedible or unproductive off-types mixed into your crop can waste precious garden space. Open-pollinated seeds are often grown by amateur producers to vague standards, and so the quality can vary even from reputable dealers. Hybrid seeds are produced by crossbreeding highly uniform strains to produce new varieties that have specific desired qualities for production purposes. They can be earlier, yield more, or have resistance to specific diseases. As proprietary products with a company's reputation at stake, they are typically more uniform in how they perform, with higher germination rates. They will also be more expensive. Hybrid is not at all the same thing as genetically modified. Hybrid seeds will grow true to form for only one generation. If you have seeds from your crop, they will revert to a mix of types related to the parent strains, which may not be at all what you want, so it's not recommended. Catalogs will usually indicate hybrid seeds with an F1 after the name. To cut through the overwhelm of seed choices, some other factors to consider are days to maturity and pest and disease resistance. Days to maturity is usually listed prominently and refers to ideal conditions. Think of this as a guide to compare varieties rather than an absolute number, since seasonal factors will affect the growth rate. While often you may think you want the earliest variety, typically the best flavor and biggest size come in the mid-season and late varieties. Pest and disease resistance are often listed as abbreviation codes, which you can look up in the key. If you know you have certain disease issues in your area, you can select varieties that have resistance bred into them. This is no guarantee that they will thrive, but it greatly increases your odds of success. Finally, if you are considering ordering larger quantities of seeds to use over many seasons, bear in mind that seeds need cool, dry, dark conditions to store well. Shelf life varies widely among all the crops, and even under good conditions, some seeds like onions, parsnips, and spinach have a shelf life of only a year or two at best. Others, like tomatoes, brassicas, and melons, can easily last 5 years or more under proper conditions. Many catalogs will list the expected shelf life. Stock up only on the long-lived ones. I hope these seed catalog tips have been helpful to you, and I'm wishing you a flourishing next season.